Hello everybody, welcome back to the Blessed Performance YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about the HP Tuners MPVI3. We're going to go over what comes in the box, and then we're going to show you how to use this bad boy. Alright, so you just went on blessedperformance.com, you ordered up your MPVI3. It comes with free 2-day shipping, so it shows up in 2 days. Yeehaw, we got this in the box. Looks like this, it's a pretty nice setup, okay? So we're going to take this apart, and let's see what comes in the box. Not returnable if box open. Makes sense. Let's open this box. I already have one of these, but I'm doing this so you guys can see it. So if anybody wants this at a discounted price, let me know. Alrighty, so we get this box open, and it's a pretty straightforward setup in here. You have your dongle, if we'll call it that, your HP Tuners MPVI3. Right back here, this is a crucial number that you're gonna need. Is your serial number. It's just like your SCTX4 or your Livewire or anything else. That serial number is important to you. There's gonna be some directions in here. And let's see, what's in this one? I can't remember what's in this one. Got a fancy HP Tuner sticker for you. And then this bad boy, your USB to USB-C cable. This allows you to hook it to your laptop. So what you're gonna wanna do is follow the directions, go on hptunersproducts.com, set yourself up an account once you get this in the mail. And then from there, I don't think there's anything important in here. Yeah, there's this guy, and you can make this go to that. So you don't ever lose that, and you can hang it around your neck if you want to. Anyways, you're gonna go set up an account on hptuners.com, and then you're gonna purchase the amount of credits that you need. For your 6.0 Power Stroke, you're gonna need 2 for the FICM and 2 for the ECM. When you get your account all set up, then you'll use the HP Tuner software that you can download from their website. Very easy to your computer. You're gonna download that to your computer, and from there you will use this to tune your truck. I don't remember how that went on there. Like that, that's how it went on there. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna show you how to use this and how to make sure that you don't waste credits, number one, because that's a pain in the butt, okay? And you're gonna wanna follow along very closely. This is very crucial to making sure that you get the read done properly so you can send it to your favorite tuning company, Blessed Performance, after you purchase a shipped on the fly file or an extreme file or a FICM tune. Anything like that, this can be used for it. Or down the line when we get into more stuff, we can use them to tune them to vehicles as well. You're gonna wanna follow along very close to make sure that you do this properly so that way you don't waste any credits that you're gonna need, and so that's not wasting money. This bad boy, you're gonna download the VCM editor, the VCM scanner. The editor is what's gonna allow you to do the read and write function, like we have right here. This does have Bluetooth capability. They have an app, or they're coming out with an app to allow you to hook it to your phone, which is pretty cool. It's got 8 gigabytes of storage, super fast when it comes to loading. The 6.0 takes like a minute and a half to load the shipped on the fly file, which is awesome. That's pretty dang quick. Really not much else we could say about it other than hop on the website, check it out, check out the links to HP, check out the product. It's a great product. It's great for tuning these trucks, and it's definitely worth its weight in gold. I'll put it to you that way. Follow along next, we're gonna tune our new 6.0 right here, 100% stock 6.0 with our shipped on the fly file, and we're gonna put some data logs on it over the next couple weeks, so we're ready to finalize the tune and release it. We've already tested the shipped on the fly with lots of different trucks, and we're gonna put it to our truck now. Finally got the stock truck I was looking for. If you guys follow us on social media, you know that. So we finally got that, and we're gonna play around with it. We're gonna show you guys how to use this awesome tool. Gonna go over some very important tips, so make sure that you watch that video before you do your read. We're gonna show you how to use your HP Tuners MPVI3, how to get your read, how to set up your account, how to send that read to us, and then how to load that read onto your truck. So that way you can get the shipped on the fly tuning or a FICM tune or a single tune on your truck. So be sure to follow along, pay close attention. There's a lot of crucial steps in this. All right, so I've already got one of these, obviously. It's out of the box. This is my USB-C to USB. First thing we're gonna do is hook this to our computer, just in the USB right there. We plug this bad boy in. I've already downloaded the software, but I'm gonna go to the HP Tuners website to show you guys how to set this up. So you go right down here, there's products, vehicles, downloads. Let's let you know every single vehicle this bad boy will work with. So you got a 6.0, you got a Jaguar, a Land Rover, a Mercedes-Benz, a Nissan, Infiniti, Stellantis, Subaru, Toyota, Volkswagen, Powersport, GM. Go through that list and you can find out what this is gonna work for. And there's a lot of trucks you can do with this, a lot of vehicles you can do with this, which is awesome. Okay, right here is the downloads tab. Over here, I'm already signed into my account, but you would have a spot right here where you can set up an account up here on the top right. So you're gonna wanna set up an account. I've already went and purchased some credits for this video. As you can see, it's $50 a credit. Should need only 4 credits for this. From here, you can download the HP Tuner software. Download the VCM suite, beta. So the beta is the one that you're gonna want to use. Once we get this done and it's downloaded, then you'll have a little lightning bolt and a wrench signal. The wrench is the editor, and the lightning bolt is your scanner, which is your scan tool or your data log tool. Next, we're gonna take this bad boy, plug it in an OBD2 right here. We're gonna go over here turn the key on. Always turn your headlights off. I know there's a good batteries. It's not bad practice to make sure that when you're doing any kind of ECM tuning with your truck, that you turn off all lights, all stereos, and then it's also not a bad idea to hook up a battery charger. I know it's got good batteries in it because I had to put them in when I bought it, so I'm okay with that. But if you're not 100% confident in that, hook up a battery charger just to be safe. So first things first, you got this bad boy here. You're gonna come right here. It's green arrow with the ECM logo and it says read vehicle. So we're gonna click there. We're gonna go right here, gather info. It says it's got all three of these. So you got your ECM, your TCM, and your FICM, and we're gonna just do a read right now. Now we're gonna cycle the key off for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. And then we're gonna click OK. And it's gonna start reading the ECM. You're gonna do that for each one of these, the TCM and the FICM. So we'll be back in just a second when that's done. This really only takes 2 minutes, probably maybe 3 minutes. I don't know. Never put a timer on it. But you gotta do the read first. That's the most important part. Now we're reading the TCM. Turn the key off. Now in between each module, so the ECM, the TCM, and the FICM, you're gonna turn the key off for 3 seconds, turn it back on and click OK. Reads the FICM very fast. Turn the key off, turn it back on. Tune file you've just been supported or supplied is 100% stock. You're gonna click OK. Now, you can save this in any folder on your computer. Just create a folder. Medusa 2.0 is what this truck is named. Because we used to have the same exact truck and my wife called it Medusa. So we're gonna go down here, stock, read, and we're gonna click save. So now it's saved. Now here's the fun part. You're gonna flash it back into the truck. So this is where we're gonna license the vehicle. So this is the crucial part. So once you pull a stock read, then you flash the stock read, and that allows you to license the vehicle properly. If you don't do that first, you're gonna run into a whole bunch of unlicensed vehicle errors, and only give you the option to license the truck, which is a pain in the butt, okay? So you need to license it with a stock read first. I need you to make sure that you do that. Anybody out there is going to need you to make sure that you do that. So make sure that when you do the stock read and it's done, you follow the steps to flash it and license that read back in. So after you've licensed the ECM, the TCM, and the FICM, then you're good to go after that. So now we're going to do that. Up here on the top, there was the green arrow. Now there's the red arrow. We're going to click Write Vehicle. It's going to say Show License Options. I'm going to connect the interface, but oh no, I'm out of credits. And I knew this was going to happen, so that's why I bought some credits to show you guys. So I'm going to hit Cancel. I'm going to go up here to Help, Resync Interface. And those credits that I bought are now syncing to my MPVI3. Done. Now we have the 8 credits that I purchased. Go back here to Show License. It's going to say Yep, and we're going to click Yes and Yes. So like I said, the ECM and the TCM count is 1. The FICM count is another. So it's 2 credits for that, 2 credits for that. So both of them are going to be licensed now. So we're going to click OK. Are you sure you want to do this? Hit Yes. Now we're going to go right here. Make sure it says Write Entire. Write Entire, Write Entire. Now if you have a FICM tune already, I cannot stress this enough. If you already have a FICM that's been tuned, you're not going to want to write anything. You're not going to want to license that bad boy because you're not going to do anything with that. If it's already been tuned with an Atlas, I would say don't mess with it. I'm pretty certain once they're tuned with an Atlas, they're locked. I ran into this and I can't do anything with the FICM, so we got to get him a different FICM because he has a FICM that has an Atlas tune on it. So anyways, this one doesn't have that, so we're going to go ahead and do what we do. So now I'm going to click Write. It's going to tell me to turn the vehicle off. 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to click turn it back on and click OK. Now it's writing the ECM and then the TCM. Now we can preemptively get ready. That's why I popped the hood and pull the FICM relay. You must pull the FICM relay when you flash the FICM. If you do not pull the FICM relay when you flash the FICM, there's a very good chance you're going to fry your FICM. It's the same thing with the Atlas tune. So make sure that whenever you're tuning your FICM, that you pull the relay to ensure that you don't hurt the FICM. So we're going to go around front and we're going to pop, we've already popped the hood. I'm going to pull the FICM. Well, it's almost done with the ECM. So it writes the ECM pretty fast. I'll probably just wait till it tells me to and then go up front and do it. So the 05 to 07, I'll show you where that box is at. The 03 to 04 is in its own separate box. Google has thousands of pictures showing you where the FICM relays are at on all these trucks. We're gonna do our best to link to a picture or put a picture in the description of this, so that way you can make sure you can just use us to reference it. Like I said, there's 1,000 different pictures out there showing how to do that, okay? So now it's writing the TCM. We got a minute to go, so let's come around front here. Oh, that's dirty. All right, on your 06s, 05 to 07, your fuse box is right over here, your main fuse box. You're gonna pull it off. This one should be your FICM right here, and this should be your blower motor. Pull that bad boy out, and it should be good to go from there. Now on your 03s to 04, there's this box right here, and that's where your FICM relay is at. But I think it's over here if I recall correctly. Alrighty, so now we're gonna cut back over to there. All right guys, so we pulled the FICM fuse, we flashed the FICM in, and that one takes the longest. Overall, it's about 6 minutes total, maybe 4.5, somewhere in there. Either way, enjoy yourself a beer, hang out, pay attention, make sure that you turn the key on and off as needed. Alrighty, I'm gonna leave that completely unplugged because we're going to continue forward with everything else. But when you were done with this, after flashing that back in, and then you were to send me the file, you would have to make sure that you put your FICM relay back in, or else the truck won't run. Alrighty, so now that we're done flashing it in, the ECM and the FICM and the DCM are all licensed. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna click right here where it says OS, and this is important. You guys have to do this, okay? I can't do this for you, okay? We're gonna click OS, and we're gonna go right here, Apply Code Modification. So now that it's applied it, alrighty, we need to save this file with a new name, close it, reopen that file, and then do the entire process again. And that converts it to a shift on the fly file. After you have done that, then you will send me the shift on the fly file to modify, alrighty? So we're gonna click OK. We're gonna go up here to File, Save As. We're gonna go right here, we're gonna go _, S.O.T.F. Stock read S.O.T.F, something like that, letting me know that you've done the shift on the fly modification. Hit save. Now we're gonna go back over here, file, close all. We're gonna reopen that one, okay? And we're gonna go up here to write, and we're gonna click. So I don't know why it's doing this, because I already licensed the ECM. I'm gonna have to reach out to HP, but I'm gonna let the folks know that this is what it's doing for this reason. So, folks, for some reason, my ECM has been licensed, but it's asking me to license it again. I've had this happen on a couple different trucks. I'm not certain why. I can't answer that. I'm going to reach out to HP and find out, because we've already licensed the ECM. You could always email them, and they would credit you these credits back. But I'm going to click OK, because I want to get this done for the video. We're going to say yes. We're going to click Write Entire, and now we're flashing in the Shift on the Fly modification. This allows the truck to take the Shift on the Fly file. 1, 2, 3. After this is completed, then you would send me that stock read shift on the fly, or something along those lines. I don't care what you name it. If you name it your last name, read, and then shift on the fly, your order number with Blessed Performance, read, shift on the fly, any of that, you're gonna send that to me, then I'm gonna modify it and send it back to you. And then you're gonna be able to load that into your truck, and we're gonna show you that process next. This is the same as we just did. All right, guys, we have flashed in the shift on the fly file. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna close all this out. You're gonna go to your email where we have emailed you and said, hey, thanks for purchasing a Blessed Performance. We greatly appreciate the support. Please reply to this email when you have completed your shift on the fly read and this process. So you have to complete this process and then you send me the read. If you don't do this process right, there is a chance you can break your ECM. So make sure you follow the process correctly. Then you're gonna send the read to us. We're gonna make the modifications and send it back. And then when you get it back, you're gonna download it to your computer, click the little download button. You can go under your files here, go under downloads, and then click on the file that you just downloaded from your email, and then it would open up the HP Tuner software automatically with that file opened. So I'm gonna go ahead and modify this file, and then from there, I will show you guys how to reload it back in. It's the same process that we've done already twice. We're gonna load it right back in, and then the truck's starting. And then we'll do a quick show you how to use the shift on the fly. Alrighty? All right, guys, so you've gotten your file back from us. You're gonna open your download folder. You're gonna double click that file. It's gonna open the HP Tuner software automatically, the editor. It's gonna say it's little warnings, mine's being laggy. Awesome, now you're gonna go back to write the vehicle, okay? Should be already licensed. Everything should be good to go. We've driven our truck a couple times, so while we're waiting on the tune or whatever. So we put our FICM fuse back in, so we're gonna go back to the whole process again to make sure you guys understand how to do this, okay? It is a lot more intensive than SCT, so that's the reason we're trying to make such a thorough video, so you guys can see how to do this and make sure that we don't make any mistakes or break an ECM. It's never fun on a Saturday afternoon when nobody's open. So let's try to make sure that doesn't happen. We wanna help you guys. That's the reason it's so important for us to make this video. This is the same process if you were to order just a FICM tune. So this video is going to be on our website under the FICM Tuning, plus anything that we offer with HP tuners. It's the same process. It's always the same process. Just on the 6.0s, it's a little bit more intuitive because of the FICM relay. So We put the FICM relay back in. I'm going to show you guys the FICM relay again for an 05 to 07, and I'm going to show you a quick way to tell if you got the right one. If for some reason you're somewhere that you can't get internet service, hope to God that doesn't happen. Let's go ahead and click our red arrow down button. That means we're going to write the vehicle. We have all of them as right entire. We're going to click OK. Hey, bright side, it didn't ask me to license it again. Turn the key off. 1, 2, 3. Turn the key on. Now it's writing the ECM portion right now, alrighty? And it's actually pretty fast. It says 40 seconds to write the ECM. Pretty crazy. Now, while we're waiting for this, there are limitations of this system, just like there's limitations of SCT, just like there's limitations of Edge, or any other tuning software out there, any other way to tune your 6.0. There's limitations for them all, and it's not the company that's the reason. Let me make that loud and clear. Our beloved 6.0s, as advanced as they were for their technology, for the time that they were built, have a very small ECM. So the file size is small. So that means it can only take so much. So that limits how much we can do with it. So I don't want you going into this thinking that you're going to be able to do anything and everything you could ever imagine with it, because we can't. But it is still a cool feature. Okay, it is fun. It is really cool to be able to click some buttons right here. And all you do by doing that is change your tune. That's pretty awesome. That does go further than other situations. And the TCM tuning, a lot of folks, and I agree, there's a lot of bad around shift on the fly for anything out there, but for the 6.0 Power Stroke primarily because it's not a shift on the fly transmission tune. Well, HP has given us different calculated torque tables in the tune, which allow us to enter the calculated torque that the truck should be at for each power level that you're at, which is going to help the transmission learn and help it shift properly. Now, I've put this on 6, 7 trucks so far, maybe 8, 9, I don't know. Needless to say, all of them shift great. I've been very happy with it. I was concerned as well. All of them are shifting really, really well. Of course, these trucks have either low mileage transmissions, they're in good shape, they've been serviced, they've been maintained. A couple of them have brand new BD diesel, BD Power 5R110s in them. They're stage 4 5R110 is what it's called. So we've had some good results out of it, and I'm pretty happy with it. So hopefully we continue to go down that road. We're almost done writing the TCM, and then we get to go up front and pull the FICM relay. I'm gonna pull 2 relays because in the beginning of the video I showed you how to do this, but I wanna show you again. And the reason I wanna show you again is because I'm gonna compare the 2 relays while they're out to show you the difference to make sure you got the correct one. Now it says it's stopped, and it's saying in order to prevent damage to the FICM, please remove the FICM relay before proceeding with flashing. So we're gonna go around front here, and we're gonna show you how to do that. So this guy right here on your 06, 07 is this front corner one, right here. Now if you look at this, you see these big spades right here? I'm gonna pull the blower one. I'm gonna compare the 2 so you guys can see. Look at that. You see the spade difference? You see how this one is dramatically bigger? That's because this is a higher amperage relay. So you'll know you have the right one based on, there should be 2 massive spades and 2 small ones. That tells you have the correct relay out of the relay box. So we're gonna put the blower back in. Now that we've got that completed, now we're gonna click OK. It's gonna tell us to turn the ignition back off and back on, and it's going to write the FICM portion of what we have in there. After this, we're done and we're ready to rock and roll, and then we'll do a startup video and we'll show you guys how to use these bad boys right here. Alright guys, so we put the FICM fuse back in, blower fuse back in. After this was finished up, it'll say write completed right there. Okay, then you can hit close out of this whole thing, and you're all done. So now, we're going to go ahead and fire it up. And I'm going to give you guys a quick tutorial on how to use the system. It's always going to revert to what you were on last. So the toast button, so the cruise control still works fine, which we've shown that in other Instagram videos, okay? Cruise control works like normal, because this is 100% controlled by this toast button right here. Okay? See how I hit coast and it moves it down to 0? That means it's stock. High idle, tow, street, extreme, extreme. I really need to put EcoBeast tow right there, and then EcoBeast street and extreme, which we'll do that in due time. Now, Excel right here goes down, so this goes up, resume goes up, set Excel goes down. Okay, so back to stock, high idle, tow, street, extreme, extreme. I didn't put all 4 of them in there, but needless to say, that's where it's at now. It's going to be 1 transmission tune, so it's 1 set of shift points, but it's going to be, torque calculator is going to be different for each one that you're in. So that's how it's going to shift, to shift the transmission at the proper line pressure, proper shift points and whatnot, based on throttle position sensor. Be sure to click like, subscribe, follow. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter. Give us a call with any questions, 1-800-577-2698. Let's have some fun with our 6-liter.